So it was a good weekend overall. The car did great. The E85 was definitely a smart move. Again, we don't know exactly how much horsepower we picked up yet, but I can tell you the car is a lot faster than before. We picked up 3 miles an hour on our time. Well, we picked up 3 miles an hour in our speed, and time-wise, we've ran the fastest time we've run to date. I don't really like to mention the time too much when it comes to roll racing because, you know, times can be a little inconsistent based on how fast you were rolling at the start of the race. But I got to tell you, the car is night and day difference. So again, the E85 fuel was definitely very beneficial for us. The Civic that beat us last race was almost no match in this race. I wouldn't say no match, but he got a head start. He took off a little bit before the green light, and we were able to catch him and pass him. We got a little bit of a hiccup, and I wouldn't call it a hiccup, but it's an issue we've had going on with the car, and it's just something that comes with this car being automatic. When you go from first gear, second gear, third gear, it's fine. I can take the car right to the rev limiter we have set in the K-tuner. But in the fourth gear to fifth gear shift, the car likes to shift out of fourth and go into fifth a good 11 to 1200 RPMs early. So when we go into that fifth gear, the car, it's like a massive flat spot in the power. So while in the final race of the championship, we were, not championship, but the final race of the night, we were able to pull ahead. And then when the car shifted into fifth, the guy we were racing was able to close the gap some. We still finished and crossed the finish line before he did, but it got a little scary there. So I'm going to share that with you in the video here, some of the race footages. With that, let's show you some of the footage, some of the event itself, and we'll go from there. Run against a Subaru. This run didn't count for anything, but it did show pretty much how much, I wouldn't say how much quicker the car is, but it does show you, you know, how the car is moving pretty well. This is the first race against Richard's car, another Acura TL all-wheel drive like ours. All right, so for these couple of races here, I'm going to show you a couple different views. You've got the front view from the race, back view. with this last race, we're pretty much on the borderline of breaking out of the class as far as mile per hour goes. In this series, or in this C3A class that we run with the IRRA, if we go 115 miles per hour, we will break out. So we're pretty much set. We're only able to go 114 miles an hour. So now that we're pretty much borderline there. However, I still want to get the car a little faster. So going to continue working on it, improving it. We still want to get to the dyno sometime this week so I can get some accurate horsepower numbers and completely finish the tune, adjust the timing, and make the maximum power we can out of the car and see exactly where our horsepower is at. And in the next race, you know, if we're going 115 or we're breaking out of the class, we'll just have to pull back a little bit at the end of each race. I mean, there's only one more race left of this season, and which is on November 2nd. Once we do that race, it's time to start thinking about exactly what we're going to do with the car for 2020, which in my plans right now, I'm thinking about forced induction, but I'm not 100% set on it yet. So either way, going to do the things that can be done that will benefit both now and for 2020. So with that, let me get some more stuff going here.
All right, time to try to lighten up this trunk a little bit.
All right, so I just got out the rear deck lid. That's pretty much the only piece of interior I was trying to get cut out of here. So, because when I build a roll cage is going to connect from this shock tower over to that shock tower. So we don't really need that at all, to be honest. Outside of that, I mean, this interior just needs a lot of cleanup. Got to get all this like tar you see from everywhere. We stripped out all the tar, but all the residue, you see all that? That just needs to clean out real good. And then the interior of this car can get painted and look really nice. That's not going to happen before November race, but I'm going to at least get everything sanded. Not primed, but sanded in the sense of getting rid of all the tar. Get it cleaned up and have it ready so when it does go to the paint shop, they don't just spray over a bunch of crap. With that, let me see if I can show you a little bit of the interior of this car, how it looks right now.